Hey, what's up guys? Snows from Snows Gaming, and today in Overwatch news, Blizzard released number 11 of the comics. This one is dedicated to Bastion. I just finished reading it. Go ahead, read it. It's amazing, but I wanted to give my thoughts on it. So this is the comic. As you can see right here, this is the comic. I mean, I'm gonna scroll through it and I just want to give my opinion on the pages. So it starts in Sweden. You have basically a young couple that's in the dark in a forest. They're just hanging out, kissy kissy, if you know what I mean. And then they see a Bastion, and they basically just run away. And I mean, at that point, the public's starting to freak out, but at the same time, they think it's just a hoax, that there's no actual Bastions. But then someone's like, "Let me take care of this," and guess who it was? It was Torbjorn. I'm sorry, I'm kind of sick, but yeah, it was Torbjorn who's like, "Let me take care of it. I want to handle the situation." And basically there's a little bit of arguing as to should he not, from the council versus Torbjorn. Finally they let Torbjorn go ahead and do it. I think it went really quickly to this point. I don't think they gave us enough backstory leading up to here. I think they should have made maybe like 2 or 3 smaller separate comics, or just one much longer comic that gave us a little more information about why Torbjorn wanted to be in there, and not just these two or three snippets, because all they say is, "Oh, you were involved in building them, right?" And he's like, something like that, or "You fought them before," something like that. But you can see him placing his turret, and then Ganymede kind of picks up the bait. They freak out. Here, Torbjorn realizes that the Bastion is slightly different. You can see Torbjorn all the way on the end there, on this screen right here. You can see him basically being right next to Bastion, and they were saying that the Bastions, as soon as they would see a human, they would start shooting to try and kill it. So pretty interesting. At that point, he sees that there's something different about this specific Bastion, and then he goes ahead and doesn't try to capture it. But the army, the police force, come in and try to capture it and, well, basically kill the Bastion prior. And then they're like, "Stop the hunt. I don't want you to hunt that Bastion anymore." That's what Torbjorn says. And then they're like, "Are you crazy? Don't you have enough blood on your hands?" And he's like, "Enough for a lifetime." And then he goes and sees the Bastion, and he basically takes the Bastion under his wing, saying they're not friends, but he's just like, "You want to survive? Just follow me. Get your armor." I'm dying. I think it was pretty interesting, but I'll be very honest, I think this one lacked a little substance. But it's great because it allows us to know what the Bastion sort of background in this case is with Overwatch. Because Bastion is part of Overwatch, and we don't know why he is part of Overwatch. I'm actually not even sure. I don't even know if Overwatch is current, because it's past the Omnic Crisis, which after the Omnic Crisis was on, Overwatch was still big. Like, they were still heroes. But is this 30 years after the Omnic Crisis, where Overwatch is kind of like, kind of like their has-beens? Or is this in between? Because we don't actually know. Since Bastion is already a good member of Team Overwatch, this is way prior to Sombra arriving. For us to be able to see her, I believe. That's what I think. But yeah, what do you guys think? Leave a comment in the description below with your theories. Don't forget to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. I mean, you can also leave a comment if your feelings are more complicated than this. I'm gonna make other videos, don't you worry about it. I'm Snows from Snows Gaming. Stay frosty, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, I tried to do like, let's get right to the news, but it didn't work. All right, take care. Goodbye. I know we come from the stars. Mama told me that the love that you give always comes back. That if you had the love, you can do it, but you didn't know that. Oh, I can see the shadows